continue on our continent through these corporations. These corporations that impose an economy based on extraction. An economy that does not prioritize the health and well-being of our communities.
Climate justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Climate justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Hey!
Kick,
Hey, hey!
kick polluters out!
Hey, hey!
Kick polluters out!
Hey, hey!
Climate, you said justice, climate!
Justice!
Climate!
Justice!
When I said climate, you said action, climate!
Action!
Climate!
Action!
We are pushing back on energy apartheid, that is energy exclusion. And we are hoping that this message will get to the negotiators, will get to the fossil fuel lobby that have come to COP28 in their large numbers, that in the end, people's justice will prevail.
And to speak on the human rights violations around critical mineral supply chains, carbon markets.
Just because they are defending our lands, our territories, and natural resources.
Espacios de vida en estado de emergencia y estaremos luchando en nuestro territorio.
Our rights are being violated, especially our human rights. Many of our leaders, the defenders of the environment, the defenders of our ancestral lands are being killed, are being criminalized, are facing various forms of human rights violations perpetrated by states. So now, in the COP negotiations, what we want to see is how governments would put in the heart of the negotiations and agreements the rights of indigenous peoples, human rights, especially of the defenders of the environment.
Fossil fuels are incredibly expensive and they are being subsidized by our countries while renewables are becoming cheaper and cheaper every day. We have to transition to fossil fuels because our communities are already experiencing the impacts of climate change, which are not just causing harm at the fossil fuel projects themselves with cancers, with asthmas, but also because the climate crisis demands so.